Hey babes, if you're new to the channel, give me a little like, rate, subscribe, follow us on the social medias, all of the TikToks, all of the Twitters, all of the X's, all of the YouTube, all of that Instagram business X. As you know, we are celestially and cosmically aligned, and I love you dearly. And I want you to be kind to yourself, and I want you to love yourself, and I want you to understand that a subscribe to me, to us, to Fighting Words, fully anti-aging. So Uncle Frank has absolutely and utterly smashed it. Let's be real about that. Uncle Frank and the boys. Also, young Frank with the rollie and the blazers. Huge. Pocket square size. Let's, where do we want to begin, right? So, QB on DAZN. Queensberry on DAZN. The villagers rejoice. No more are we dropping 30 sheets ago for TNT Sport to watch a couple of events a month, if that. I'm hyped. I am hyped. You can put DAZN's cost up a tenner. Put it up 15 quid. Whatever. I'm in. One place, one spot, DAZN. And you know what? Uncle Frank has absolutely and utterly blown it to bits. Blown it to bits. Let's start with this. Heavy Impact. There's a lot of unit that is on that card. The debut of Delicious Ori. What an interesting young man. What a sensational name. Now, Delicious is the best name. Apparently, he was going to go into WWE. He went out to the training center, something. We're glad that he's reverted back, and he has no better spot than Queensberry, who are the home of heavyweights. Let's make no doubt about it. They are the ones for it. Queensberry know how to develop young fighters. He ain't that young. He's 27, I believe. Whatever. Delicious, no joke, right? Let's see what happens with him in his career. Right fights, right time, all of that stuff. Uncle Frank and the boys know what they are doing, right? The bottom of the card is rude to even say, because let's be hyped about this. Our boy Jamie TKV finally. Big fight, big TV show, DAZN launch, Queensberry. The press conference was buzzing, absolutely buzzing. It looked fantastic. It was astonishing. Jamie TKV versus David Adeyele. English title, big fight for James. Dave, obviously coming off his like 38-second one-punch KO of Dakers, like Dakers, how are you going to jump on the social medias and be like, yeah, you punched me in the head and I couldn't get up again and I've lost my title, I should have a rematch? It's like, no, mate, like, no. Right, for me, Jamie versus Dave is a bit of a banger, right? Let's see what happens with that. I have full faith in Jamie winning that. I think that he can be too strong. I think he can be, I think Dave's got a power advantage on him. But I think strength, I think combination, I think we're in for a very good fight, right? Number 2 on that list. Lawrence Okolie versus Richard Riakporhe. It absolutely went off, right? Huge. That fight cannot disappoint. Shout out to Lawrence Okolie, who took a brazen approach to appearing as a professional athlete. My boy is gigantic. Absolutely gigantic. Richard, double denim, Brokeback Mountain vibes. Again, shout out to Loza. Madonna's old. Madonna's old. There is no way that fight does not end in a devastating KO. None whatsoever. And I'm going to say probably Loza gets it, right? The sauce will probably a little bit too saucy. Main event, Dillian Whyte versus Joyce. So this is a fight for survival. This is a fight for relevance. This is a fight to continue your career. This is a fight that if you lose this fight, chances are you are going to be fed to Moses to Delicious, to whoever, you are going to become a named gatekeeper should you lose this fight. Now, that press conference was banter. Banter. Joyce, you, like, respect to you. Dillian is not someone to talk nonsense to. He will crush you at that, and he did crush you at that. Should we really be joking about your opponent's CTE before you fight him? It's a little bit distasteful, but this is why we love Dillian, isn't it? And also, Joe, respect, you took 10 seconds, 15 seconds to respond a couple of times and then owned it and said, yeah, you were buffering. Big, big. Neither one looked great in their last performance. Neither one whatsoever. I would imagine that Dillian probably gets this. You could equally see Joyce Juggernaut in him because, like, Joe, if Joe fought that Tete, you would imagine that Joe would truck him. I think Dillian made it a hard night's work for himself. But fun card. We're going to be doing a watch-along for it, obviously, because that's the build-up to 505 watch party for Eubank versus Ben. Scan the QR code. Tickets now available. Let me just leave that up there for 3, 2, 1. Awkward silence. Awkward silence. Off it goes. Card 2 announced. Echo Essuman again. Our boy finally getting his big fight. Last year he had 2 candidates for fight of the year. He factually had fight of the year. He had a great year, right? Against Josh Taylor in Glasgow. Echo, or Esso, as the Warrens call him, they love Echo, and they should love Echo. Echo is one of the nicest dudes ever, and he's an animal, an absolute animal. I, as you know, play brutal favourites. I don't want to hear anything from anyone. Josh Taylor's too much, blah, 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 blah. Esso, all day long, I will back him till the end of time. That dude is the man. I will back him, and I'm going to say that he's going to be too much for Josh. The pace is going to be too much for Josh, and I just think he's going to be too. It's just like Esso, he's going to win, right? I can't fathom anything else. I'm putting it out into the universe. Final one, announced on the Queensberry DAZN launch. Leigh versus Cacace. Same again, right? This may be even one of the most boring videos. Let me know in the comments if you feel that I am genuinely too biased. Don't care. Leigh is our boy. Leigh is a highlight reel of a fighter. There is no way that this fight does not end in Coof Club. Them two, that's going to be naughty. It's going to be such a naughty card. In Nottingham, Leigh gets his big shot at home. Boom. Like, you're probably going to get Ezra on that undercard. You're probably going to get the absolute Nottingham talent going on that card, hopefully. That fight has fight of the year written all over it. For my sake, for everyone else's sake, for everyone who loves Leigh Wood, let's hope it's not another Leigh Wood Conlon in the sense that it is a life and death struggle with a dramatic end. I just want the dramatic end. I don't want the struggle for Leigh. I want him to make his peas. Leigh Wood all day long, devastating knockout. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, rate, subscribe. See you later.